Good morning, church family. It is Wednesday of Holy Week. We are doing some daily meditations this week through video, through Facebook, hoping to help you prepare your heart for the cross. We want to prepare our hearts for Easter this week. So Monday we talked about having a soft heart versus a hard heart. Yesterday, Pastor Jeff talked about having a repentant heart and being honest with our sin and confessing it to the Lord and turning. Today, I want to talk about having a grateful heart, having a thankful heart in the midst of our circumstances. Right now, everyone's pattern of life has been turned upside down. Any pattern of life. Pattern of business life has for sure been turned upside down. Pattern of school life, pattern of family life, pattern of church life. Everything has been turned upside down and changed in a very short amount of time. And in that, I think several of us have been able to see certain things that we have taken for granted all along, and we've been able to be thankful for simple things like having a conversation with someone at church face to face. Wow, I missed that. I hope that you are able to recognize some of the things maybe that you have taken for granted that are good gifts given to you by a good Father and paid for by Jesus' blood on the cross. All of our good gifts are paid for by Jesus' blood. So I hope you've been able to see some things maybe that you've taken for granted. But also I want to just share with you out of the Psalms, King David had his life turned upside down many times. His family life got turned upside down when his son decided to take the throne and be king, and it drove his family out of town. Multiple times in the Psalms, King David is lamenting things, events that happen in his life that really turn the world upside down for him. If you look in Psalm 69, you'll see a lament. And I just want to encourage you that it's okay to lament and to grieve things that have been lost or might continue to be lost as we walk through just life. And even as we walk toward the cross, we're walking toward the death of the Messiah. We know the end. We know the end of the story, that he is resurrected on the third day. But we do want to pay attention to the death. And we don't want to miss the things in our lives that are uncomfortable, that actually may be the thing that God wants to use to draw us to himself. And again, you see it with David, King David, in the Psalms. If you look at Psalm 69, it is a lament. And in verse 29, he says, I am afflicted and in pain. Let your salvation, O God, set me on high. Not, let me have my normal pattern of life back. Not, let me have my job back. Oh, Lord, put things back to normal for me so I can get back with normal life. No, he says, let your salvation, O God, set me on high. He continues, I will praise the name of God with a song. I will magnify him with thanksgiving. He's just spent the entire chapter, Psalm 69, lamenting his life circumstances. And then he says, give me your salvation, O God, and I will magnify you with thanksgiving. I pray for our church body this week that as patterns of life have changed, that our hearts would be drawn close to the Lord and we would be thankful simply for his presence. Thankful that we have a God that sees and knows and does not forsake us in the midst of our frailty. He gives us his presence, especially when things have been taken away that we are used to. He gives us more of himself if we will press into him. And in that, we respond with a thankful heart because he is so good. He is so good, and his story is so good. We respond to his salvation with a thankful heart. I will praise the name of God with a song. Sing a new song to him, a thankful song to him. I will magnify him with thanksgiving. We'll see you tomorrow.